Hello, everybody. Good afternoon or morning if it's morning where you are, or good middle of the night if it's that. But if it's that, then hopefully you're sleeping. So, welcome to A Heart of a Hobbit here on the Lotro Twitch stream. Sorry, my bangs are like kind of in my face. Well, they're in my face, that's what they're supposed to be, but like in my eyes, you know what I mean? So, anyway, so here we are in Lord of the Rings Online. I'm a little redhead, and I will be doing some Yule Festival today here in Lotro. So let's get into it. So I'm here on the Mordor server. Oh, and I saw Prismia says hello. It says good day to you as well. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, you'll get good legendary item experience there. Well, I am doing the opposite right now. Hey, Loshire Hobbit, happy Yule Fest season. Happy Yule Fest season to you as well. Hello. So yeah, I am going to do the getting good experience in general with this character. So she has her Fateful Gundabad earring on, which gives 25% bonus to all forms of experience until level 130. And then she also has her Fleet Merchant's earring, which does the same thing until level 140. So I'm working on kind of, I wouldn't say power leveling her, but I would say, you know, letting her level as quickly as she wants to. A kind of a thing. Donner Faust, hello and good evening to all of you. Hello and good evening to you as well. Yeah, it is already dark out. I'm still sometimes not used to that. The funny thing is, it's been really gray here. Let's grab our cup of tea and have a chat for a moment, shall we? That's how we roll here on Heart of a Hobbit. Grab your tea, grab the scones. Loshire's probably passing out, and let's just have a chat. So originally I'm from the U.S., but I moved to the Netherlands like a little over 6 years ago, and I really love it here. One thing, though, I lived in England for 2 years, also in the past. That's my symbol for in the past. And one of the things that was hard for me in England is because because you're so much higher up on the globe, is that the days are really short. So the sun doesn't come up until like 8:30 in the morning, and then it goes down at like 4:30 in the afternoon. And I was like, whew, that's a little rough. But I'd also I had a 3.5-year-old, and then I had a 4.5-year-old and a baby, and I was probably doing some postpartum and all of that. And in the middle of all the gray, I was like, this is a bit much, right? So moving to the Netherlands, I was a little like, how am I going to deal with it? But I don't have, like, my kids are all grown up. I don't have to worry about that now. So that makes it a little bit easier. I can sleep if I want to. I don't need to worry about, trying to sleep around children's schedules. So the first number of years, I've done pretty good, I think, with the gray skies. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, could you please? But the wintry gray is what we get, basically, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, as B4 points out, we're at 52 degrees north. And so our official daylight, I guess right now, is from 8:39 in the morning until 4:25 in the afternoon. So yes, almost a whole 8 hours. But the funny thing is, I've been really struggling with this time. And we went to the US and then we came back. And I've been just like, one of the ways I readjust sometimes is by, making sure I'm awake and looking at the sun and, having that kind of help my brain reset, knowing the times of the day. And I've really struggled with this time. Then I saw a headline like yesterday or this morning that was something about how we've had the longest streak of gray, aka no sun shining through days in the Netherlands, like ever on record or something like that right now. So that would explain why I feel like it's just been gray for a long time. Okay, now that we got that out of our system, thanks for coming to my rant. Let's go do some festival because, as you might have noticed, the sun is shining somewhere in that sky in Lotro. I mean, at least it's blue. It's not gray. So we're here in Bree. And a really cool thing is during the Yule Festival, excuse me, before, it says, I think TED Talks missed a co-branding opportunity with TED Rants. Yeah, it'd just be a lot of us angry people in a room, though. I don't know if it would, because one person would be done, and be like, "Hey," and somebody would get up and stand up in the audience and be like, "Okay, now I gotta talk." It would just never end. It'd be a 7-day session. Excuse me. All right, so one of the cool things they do during a number of the festivals is they'll have a stable master who's a festival announcer. So you go to this guy, and he has the destination to the festival. So we can use that, and it's free travel. Love that. And for this case, it's at West Bree, which is fantastic because if you have like kindred with Bree, men of Bree, you can get a travel skill that takes you right by the West Gate of Bree. If you are a hunter, it takes you right by the West Gate of Bree. So that's super convenient. So check this out. This lady, she's the one that is your stable master going the other direction. So she has West Bree, Kellendome, Thorns Gate, and Mickledelving. So all 4 of those, which are basically your starter areas, have a free transit to the festival. So I love that. I think that's really awesome that you don't have to pay to get to the festival, and you don't have to buy like a return thing or set a milestone or whatever. You can just use this free travel, and I love that. Yes, B4 says, yeah, save your maps, use a stable master, that way you can get back there in the middle of the year. So the funny thing is, this is an instance location. So for example, I can click on it and I can see it on the map, but if I zoom out, there is no out. It's like, nope, there's nothing. Part of the dealio with that is that, yeah, it exists kind of in a pocket, in a bubble, and they don't want to reveal that you're northwest of Forsha. Yeah, it's possible that, I mean, we don't exist in the world. They pretend that this exists somewhere. That it's a town that is definitely populated by race of man, so it's probably not in the Shire or anything like that. It's probably not like out in Bjorn's area, not in his backyard at least. So yeah, so they don't tell you where it's located in Middle Earth. The Lotro people don't. So you can't just ride over land and get here during any time that's outside a festival. But if you have a map, you can come back here. Now, everything is quiet, like all these like NPCs and stuff are gone. It's really like all the furniture is still here. Like, that fire might still be there. Like all of, I think the horses are gone, but you can like these walls and things. And yeah, I'm jumping on walls. That's what I do. I'm a hobbit, yo. The stage is here. So it's really funny because sometimes I'll be here and I was like looking at buying something and then I've just left my character there. And then I log back in with them like a month or 2 later and it's like, there's a stage there and it's quiet. There's nobody here. There's like these snowmen, but you're like, where'd everybody go? It's this weird ghost town. It's a little creepy, but it's kind of cool. All right. So when you first get to Frostbluff, for those of you who are new to the festival or haven't done it for a while, a thing to remember is check in with Mara Sandy Downs, this lovely little hobbit standing here, warming herself by the fire. You want to check in with her first because she's the one that's going to give you the participate in 10 activities quest. And once we do that, she'll give us 5 tokens. So now what I usually do is I make a sweep around and I grab the quests that are available to me. One thing to keep in mind is, oh, Skagosi, good evening. Good evening to you. Ona Kay over here, who runs the eating contest, she runs it like on a loop. And I'm not actually sure how often it is. I haven't paid attention. A lot of these timed ones I actually do know, but I just realized I don't know with Ona Kay. I'm going to guess it's about every 8 minutes because I think that's what Cecil is down at the bottom with the snowball thing. Oh yeah, we could do snowballs at the end if I haven't done it by then. Anyway, okay, so I try to check in with her first to see if she's ready to let me partake of the eating contest since it's not always there. You have to wait for it to come around. And I did notice as we were hopping around that her ring was up. So that's okay. we will come back to her. So let's start with Guard Kember, one of my least favorite people. And he has the abominable snow beasts. So I am fine with giving cheer to snow beasts. That's okay. Let's go down this hallway. And we're going to talk to Daily Utteridge. And we're going to pick up Cold as Ice, which is to disperse wintry weather, which is down the hill. Oh, you know what? I have to do a thing. After you have done so many quests in Winter Home in Frost Bluff, Winter Bluff and Frost Home, you have to, a quest comes up for you. Hang on a sec, I got a little tickle in my throat. Okay. A quest comes up for you called A Final Act. And you go and you talk to, well, everybody's rings pop up. Everywhere, everybody has a ring. You pick one of them, doesn't matter who, and they'll be like, hey, go talk to Mara. So you do that. And she is like, basically, hey, you've been doing all sorts of stuff here, but now it's time to kind of do a final act here in town. So most of the people, their rings disappear until you actually take care of this special quest. So I have picked self-sacrifice, support the poor. So I had to talk to the mayor, who's a right old piece of work, and he's like, hey, I think the workers are acting up. Can you go find out what's going on? And he's like, and I'll pay you. And then you're like, huh. So you go tell the workers, you're like, hey, mayor's up to something, and he wants to give me money to, like, snitch on you guys. And they're like, well, let's do a double reversey snitch. Go check out this fort here in Frostbluff where the mayor stores his funds and records because something is going on. So we're going to go listen to some LPs. No, not that kind of records. Excuse me. Shire says, hey, before. And Steelhammer, hello, welcome. Yes, before says, I have many names, very token of me. While I'm here, though, I could go ahead and take out the wintry weather. Oh, I'm only level 22 with this character. I do need to remember to be careful. So, Gruel Kurt says hello. Looks German. Oh my gosh, I was reading something about people confusing Deutsch and Dutch. And yeah, I'm like, oh yes, this again. I should really not spend as much time on Reddit as I do, probably. It's just sometimes I lose a little faith in humanity for how annoying people can be. But okay, there, I've done my 4 wintry weather. I'm out before the wintry weather comes back for a return kill. Okay, so there's this guard here, and Donna Faust says, I am your brother, what do I get? Okay, so we have a guard here, and he's like, hey, you nosy patrons should mind your own business and stay in the festival area. You're out of your bounds, Hobbit, and out of your depth. So you're intent on sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, or it don't belong. The mayor pays me good money to make sure you folks like you don't dig up any unwanted dirt. A way to give away everything here. You best clear off, there's no proof of anything. And yet, he says, you're too strong. So the guard has been driven off, but the door of the fort opens of its own accord. But we still have to touch on it. What's going on? Insufferable. The banker, Archbluff. You insult the mayor by coming here unbidden. I'll not let you smear the mayor's reputation after all the sacrifices we've made. He says, you fool, by challenging this fort, you are challenging the mayor. I think he will send you to the stocks for this once I knock you out, and he'll find out whoever sent you here, stranger. I mean, my name's right over my head. He could just, look. Maybe he doesn't have names turned on. Do you think you have not also profited at the expense of the poor? You think you are helping them by coming here? But think, how many coins have you reaped at their expense? I don't know, dude. I don't think I have reaped coin at their expense. The banker has been driven off, and a curious piece of paper swirls into your hand. He's like, just leave me out of this. Do what you want. All right, the search is over. The evidence of the mayor's corruptions is in my hands. So, I think I have the beastie one. Let's go do the beast real quick, since I see one. Now, you're supposed to cheer 3 beasts, but let me tell you, if you aren't already aware of this one little hint, you click on the beast, and then you've got the emote over here on your bar, okay? So over there on your bar. Over there. Click on it. 1, 2, 3. So just 1, click, 2, click, 3, click. And you're good. You did 1 beast 3 times. And you are done. Ta-da! Donor Faust says that is a pity that Lego does not have Lord of the Rings stuff anymore, at least new ones. So, you know, it's funny, I haven't played any of the Lego games in a while. I played the Star Wars Lego games when they came out, and I had so much fun with those. But I don't have a console right now, and I don't feel a strong need to have one either. So, oh hey, we did the cheering, so let's go ahead and turn that into the guard. We did your thing, mister. Okay, so we're gonna go confront the mayor. Hey, mayor. He says, what's that you have there? He looks at the paper in your hand and pales in alarm as he realizes that you know everything about his irresponsible investing while the folks of his town go hungry. He's, what are you going to do with that? Surely you don't mean to tell our innocent visitors of this, do you? Please, I will do anything you ask. Just put the paper back where it belongs, hidden away. What do you want? What share of the profit will appease you? You demand that the mayor sets the wages right for the workers and give the beggars back their jobs. Darn tootin'. All right, so now we need to tell Barrett. No, oh, nah, I totally want to hang out with you. I'm in the middle of something. All right, so we're going to tell Daly. Oh, no, that's the cold as ice one. Who am I supposed to tell? Oh, Barrett Knoll. Oh, I got to go tell all the folks they can have their jobs back. No, come back. I got to tell you can get your job. And he's not there. Well, while we're here, we'll talk tomorrow. Once you do one thing, there's a little daily. And Mara's like, hey, good job. Have a couple tokens and a little sack of goodies. So, like, that. And I got 150 marks. That's nice. All right. You tell him he can have his job back. He's ecstatic about his turn of fate. I didn't want to spend time reading it out loud because that one and this one get kind of clicked on a lot. He says, what sorrow and what joy this winter has brought me. I can hardly believe my ears, and by what providence has the mayor decided to give me another chance at life? You are so good to deliver this message to me. My outlook does not seem so bleak now. And then he runs off. And so they all have that kind of oh joy, oh rapture, thank you. I can't believe it. I've been hoping every moment that some luck would come my way, and it has at last, for example. So there's 3 things you can do to interact with these folks. This is one of them. So you can tell them that they get their jobs back. You can tell them to shove off, which is what Guard Kember wants you to do, which is one of the reasons why I don't like him. And you can give them a coin. So we're going to pick up the give them a coin quest here in a minute after we're done giving them their jobs back. Okay. There we go. Now we can go talk to Gareth Rust. So over in the workers' corner here, we have Daily Utteridge, who's kind of like the nice face of the group. And then we have Gareth Rust, who's kind of more the grumpy face of the group, but he's kind of a little more realistic too. So, you know, there's that. He says, you've done a wonderful thing. We workers don't have much, but we scraped together what we could. Please accept these gifts as tokens of our gratitude. But know that we will not forget you or the great deeds you've done this day. If you ever have an opportunity to give you proper thanks, you can rest assured that we will. So you get like all this cool stuff. So fingerless gloves, some shabby leggings, a shabby cap, and a shabby stocking hat, which a lot of these are really cute actually. And then you can choose from a shabby tunic, which looks like that, or the shabby dress, which looks like that. I think I will take the dress. Cool. Thanks, y'all. Okay. Oh, Prismia did not know that about the cheers. Awesome. Well, I'm glad I have informed you because, one, now your life is going to be so much easier because just finding one snow beast is way easier than finding 3. And so will all the other people around you find their life easier because now you're not all fighting over the 3 snow beasts that are there. Now, Loshire says if you're extra skilled, you could do it as you're riding past. I just walk up to the guy and like, cheer, cheer, cheer. And I call it good. Oh, and I've missed some conversation about watching the Lord of the Rings movies to watch over the Christmas holidays. Excellent. And gonna be a great Christmas. The movies are too short. I know, well, then you just put on the audiobook and, you know, there you go. Yes, the true meaning of Yule Fest, says before, is unionizing. We like that. All right, so Gareth wants us to go find a good place to set off fireworks and then pilfer some coins. Daily Utteridge wants us to do a charitable spirit. So this is the one I was talking about where you are now giving them coins. So we gave them their jobs back and they ran away. Now we're going to give them coins, but they're not going to run away. And it says, Adamantia has come back to visit. That is enough to brighten my day, for it needs brightening. As I walked to work this morning, I passed the good people of our town who are even worse off than myself. I had nothing to give them. It is the same every morning and every night. I count myself very lucky for what I have, but my life would be better yet if I had the ability to give. All of my wages go to feeding my children and to paying the taxes on our home. If there was only something I could do, we could overthrow the government and you could pay less taxes, but that might not work quite as you hope. So I'll leave that for the expansion. He says, perhaps Mayor Goodenough will give us more wages soon, and then I will be able to share my good fortune with the less fortunate. So he is bemoaning that he wishes he could do more, and so we shall help him do more. So we go and give him a coin. He says, pardon me, surely you're not giving this to me. Oh, generous minstrel, you are too good. So you give him one of your festival tokens. So that's why this is like kind of like, whoa, what? She says, gracious me, you are too kind. I am amazed by your goodness, my dear Hobbit. And so it says in red, note, this will consume 1 Yule Festival token. So yeah, it's using up one of my hard-earned festival tokens, but it's totally worth it. And we do what for that? He's like, what have I done to deserve such a gesture? I don't know what it is, but I'll endeavor to do it again. And then we have a guy who stands here looking so sad. What charity, what kindness. I haven't been on the receiving end of such generosity in many a long day. I will remember this. Okay, so that's everybody except for our happy fellow. Oh, let me grab these quests. So we're going to grab the 2 from Mabel, which is stuffing the stuffed and unwilling firewood. And from Basil, we're going to pick up the empty keg emergency, but we're not going to pick up tidying up just yet. I'm going to see if I can give a coin to this guy. Yeah. Can it be? Are you giving these to me? I don't know what to say. You're welcome. All right. So now we have given... Oh, hang on. Mara wants to talk to us about the final act that we did. She says, I hope you are satisfied with your decision. There are consequences to either action and rewards as well. Perhaps this little drama will play out again some other year if you find you regret your decision. Cool. Okay, so we went ahead and grabbed, gave tokens to people. So we're going to go back to Daly and see if we can make his day better. So, charitable spirit. He says, Adamantia, did you give the bakers your hard-earned rewards? That was too generous of you. You worked hard for those. How inspiring. I am sure you won't regret such a good deed. Now those lucky people will be able to eat dinner tonight. I don't know how Festival Token gets them dinner, but I'm glad for it. Okay, picking up the snowman quest. There was a number of things I need to collect to build my snowman, and one of them is a cap. Actually, I've got a huge laundry list here. Find a cap in Winterhome. Find a pipe near one of the tables in Winterhome. Find an acorn outside below by the trees. Find a carrot near the chicken coops. Gather coal back in Winterhome near the servant's oven, and gather sticks kind of near where the acorns are. So here's the cap. So we're going to go ahead and grab that little thing. Thank you. Now, let's go around and make sure we've collected all the quests we want to collect. Okay, so we've got... Normally, like I said, I go and collect everything. So we have Guard Kember, the one that wanted... Ah, here's Ona. Biggest stomach of them all. If you're hungry, you come to the right place. I'm a hobbit, come on. But I hope you're very hungry. I'm a hobbit. This is the eating contest, and it's no laughing matter. Ho, 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 ho. There are 5 stations, and you must run to each of them. You get a small reward for completing the first few meals, and you get a great reward for completing the 5th meal before 3 minutes are over and the event finishes. Are you ready? Just wait here for me to say when the event begins. Now, when she says wait here, she means like a generic here. Hi, Casper. Casper has joined the party. Oh, yeah. Before, I do like your point. It would be neat if the eating competition food debuffs didn't affect hobbits as much as others. I mean, that would be perfectly in theme with the game.
Yeah, Hobbit, Casper just to the right would be in camera.
I feel like we should suggest that in the forums. So, this little face right here. Yeah, hi. This is Casper. I know not all of you have met Casper before. He doesn't make an appearance on screen every time. He's only a sometimes cat. I mean, he's always a cat. He's only a sometimes on screen. He comes by every once in a while. He used to perch up here a lot, and he might do that again today because he likes to do that. He also likes to stand on my keyboard. And he also likes to stand right in front of my keyboard. So between me and the keyboard. Oh, it's time for me to eat. I'm going to do this, Casper. All right, she says, ready, go. So you're going to eat 5 things at each table. So that's 1, 2, we'll do the pie, sure, 3. Notice the bar on the pie. So you have like a little induction bar at the bottom. Notice that it went a little bit longer for the pie. All right, so here's my 5th thing. I'm drinking the mystery drink. And the mystery drink is going to do one of 2 things for you. It's either going to make that happen, where like everything gets worse. So I am horribly ill, so very unwell, minus 60% run speed, but it only lasts for 20 seconds. The other foods, let's see. So for example, I am bloated from one of them. So that's a minus 10% run speed. I am bloated again. Uncomfortably full, minus 5% run speed, and full, minus 3% run speed. So we can pretty much identify a little bit of those. The 3% and the 5%, those are going to be like the berries and the mushrooms. Oh, I didn't have any mushrooms, did I? The berries, the mushrooms, in order, they give you food debuffs, speed debuffs. So you've got berries give you the least worst. So that's probably like the 1 or the 3%. And then mushrooms, then eggs, then pie, and then bread. So bread is the worst. I ate a couple of pies, so that's going to be the 10% run speed. However, it does not affect me on a mount. So here's the fun thing, is her quest is still going. Until I click go from her, I don't have a timer sending me down to the next table, which is great because all those other people just went down there. I don't really want to fight with them for that food. So I'm going to go do something else. So what I often do is I'll just head out here, and we have picked up all the quests in town, right? I'm pretty sure we did. Oh, Lost Hobbit says hi. He's still here, but he's off to the side. So we need to pick up some mushrooms. Now we happen to already do the cheering of the snow beast, but see, notice how I still have that walk, debuff going on. So like I said, it lasts for 4 minutes, so we've got a little bit of time here. Because basically what I want to do is I want to let those effects wear off before I move on. All right, so we've already cheered the snow beast, so we're just going to skip them. And hey, just right, howdy. How are you? We are hanging out in Frostbluff. We're currently waiting out our debuffs with Ona K on the eating challenge, and picking up some excuse me, winter berries and stuff. I should maybe even mount up between these two. This is a little bit painful, isn't it? Oh, we'll see. We shall see. Yeah. So Sandy, I'm here on Mordor, and I bought a house in a Hobbit neighborhood, and it's the one when you first come in, in the portal from like out on the landscape, and so it's a small house, and I was it's I'm like taking inspiration from how we decorate your house, because you know because you're so limited on how many things you can put out. So I'm trying to be yeah, creative and creating a warm and welcoming space, even though there's only a couple of things that can go there. So you remain present in my mind even when you're not necessarily in the game. Yeah. Okay, so I picked up some winter berries. That's for the stuffing thing. Now I need to go get some firewood. And let's see, I'm a minstrel, so I can just yell at things. So that is what I shall do. Okay. Let's find something else to yell at. So she's level 23, so I do have to be a little careful. Like, I don't want to aggro everything in the world at once. Not yet. Oh, darn, I was going to try and get that one too. Whoopsie. I was going to try and snag that one before the other guy, like, destroyed it. Now, sometimes what I'll do is if I see another player up here is I'll just go ahead and send them, like, an invite so we all get credit. Do a little fellowship. Because that makes it a little bit easier than trying to, like... Because if you get, like, a level 150 running through here, they just decimate everything that's through here, right? Which is frustrating because you're, like, trying to grab a few things and there's nothing. All right, I'm at 8. I just need one more. Hey, look, my food buffs are gone. Cool. Okay, so we've got firewood. We're out of here. We'll leave the rest of these for other people. What are you looking at? He's so funny. I wish he was on camera. He makes this face because he's got like just very curious eyes, but he's got like big eyes. So he's like, "Who? What's that? What's that?" He just always has that look like he's like kittens do when they're trying to figure out what's going on around them, and they're so curious and they're so playful. Oh, the carrot. Hey, I just picked up a carrot. That is for the snowman. There's also a carrot over here, which is why I was surprised, because this is the carrot I normally pick up, is the one that's over here, because I usually come at this from the other direction. But okay, so I'm picking up eggs for the stuffing the stuffed. So I've done 5 eggs there, I believe. Yep. Let's go check in with Ona, though. Let's check in and see if it is time to work on the next phase of the eating contest. Before says, I see Casper's eyes are curious. Before says, befuddled. He's a cute guy. He's a little bit of a derp. It's so funny. When we were looking to get cats, I definitely wanted to. And I was like, you know, maybe a gray cat and an orange cat because they seem to go well together. Looks like she is also waiting the same thing out. Is there anybody down there? There's not. You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead since I'm not in competition with anybody. But now the timer will not stop. So I have to keep going from here. So you get to him and your timer begins at this set of tables, which I have 50 seconds at this point. So let's go berry, berry, cocoa pop. And let's try mystery drink again. I mean, the good thing about a mystery drink is if you get the bad effect, which is that, it doesn't last for very long at least. And I can mount up and ride to this table, so I still have the possibility of like making it through the quest. But look how slow I am to get off my mount. It's hilarious. Okay, well that's 4 things. Now there's sometimes a mystery drink here, but it doesn't look like it's showing up, so I'll just go ahead and eat some more berries. But now you see my effects are starting to build up. Bom, bom, bom. All right, we'll finish with you. So the timer resets, so I have 1 minute and 3 seconds here. So we'll get some eggs. Well, okay, we'll get some mushrooms since I can't click. Some berries, some mushrooms. We'll do some eggs and some eggs, and that is 5. Oh, I should have done the berries. Oh well. I need that pipe. I'm going to go ahead and grab that pipe from the passed out Hobbit. That's also for the snowman. Okay, so I've got 28 seconds still. So if there were other people that I was competing with, or if some of my buffs were just about to like fall off, you know, I've got a couple of seconds I could wait, but it's not really worth it. So there's nobody else that I'm needing to try and stagger myself around here. Because the problem that happens is a lot of times you get like, if you get multiple people running around at the same time, you're often trying to eat the same things at the same time, and you'll get that, you know, can't do that. Somebody's already done it or whatever. And it's really frustrating because you're like, I needed those seconds that you just took from me to tell me that. Especially at this point, because it's so hard to move from one table to another. A lot of times at this table, all you have is bread and pie, and that makes it really rough. But we made it. So you have until the timer runs out, including clicking on him and saying complete. So you've got to, so that's why I ran back and finished up at this table, because I wanted him to be right nearby me to be able to like click that out. Competitions are always easier if your opponents don't show up, says before. Exactly. So you understand me. If I'm not competing, it's a lot easier. Compete with myself. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to get back to stuffing the stuffed. So we're going to bake some bread. And because I'm in the middle of the snowman quest and the stuffing the stuffed quest and, and the empty keg emergency, I have 3 things that are all right here that I'll be able to do. So that's really cool. All right, so we bake bread 3 times. Have a drink of tea. Now I'm going to grab some coal for the snowman. And then I'm going to grab a keg. Yeah, this person's also got the same idea. And we're going to go drop this keg on somebody's head, kind of. So there's a watcher right there, and we don't want to be seen by him. Well, that guy just ran right by him. I'm fascinated. And then you jump on the table, and then you jump over the edge, and then you give the keg to the thirsty patron, and we have averted the empty keg crisis. All right, so that's what Basil wanted. So we're going to drop that off with him. And we finished both of the things that we needed to do for her. And then Basil now will pick up his other one, which is tidying up. And the reason we waited on that was because you can't have the eating contest and the cleaning up quest at the same time. And for me, doing the eating contest is more important because, let me scroll back. Let's see, 8 food at the 2nd station. So that was this one. When I finished that and I turned that in, I got 2 festival tokens. And then after doing the 3rd station, we got 3 festival tokens. And then after the 4th station, you'll never guess, we got 4 tokens. And then the biggest stomach of them all, part 5, was also 4 tokens. It breaks the pattern. But yes. But you also get experience because it finishes a quest as well. And it goes towards a deed that you're doing. So basically, if you do all of the, all 5 of the tables, you get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. So was that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? So 14 tokens for doing successfully completing the eating challenge. So that's very much worth it. The other thing is so this character, because we're on Mordor. So Mordor is new as of this summer. So none of these characters have done the Yule Festival previous to now. And so there is a lot of a lot of outstanding deed action to be had here. So the monstrous feast, finish all courses, so all 5 tables, in the eating contest. I have done that with this character now 3 times. All right, awesome. Once you get to 8, it finishes a deed called Feast Beast. Sorry, it finishes a deed in which you get the title. You can earn the title Feast Beast. So I think that's funny. So now basically we're just going to all of those tables where we went before and did all the eating, and now we're doing the tidying. I feel it's only fair. Like, I probably left a mess, right, as I was rushing from table to table. So it seems only reasonable that I get to go and help clean up. Mordor Swimming Club, cute. That's their kin name. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just helping tidy up the tables. And there are 3 different kinds of messes that we're cleaning up here. We've got smelly garbage, which fulfills the clean up the reeking garbage. We've got grimy dishes, which, so in tidying up, it says pick up dirty dishes, clean up reeking garbage, and clean up liquid spells. So we have an unsightly spill. That helps to, you know, get our quota of liquid spills. We have some smelly garbage. So that's the reeking garbage. Now, at this point, hang on. Whoa. Okay, fine. Just go. We have table down here, but there's also a table upstairs that we could have chosen. So you don't end up having to clean up all 5 tables. You only need 4, basically, to get the numbers that you need. Because you need 10 of each of those items. And there's, I don't know, I think like 3 or so at each table. 2 to 3, I think. Maybe 4? I don't know. Oh, yeah, because I've got it all. And I didn't finish, you know, notice there was other stuff here that I could have done-ish. Okay, so we can go ahead and turn that into him. Now, while we were talking over to, what was it, the guy in the workers' corner, the firework, he said, go set up some fireworks. So we did. And now we can go pickpocket the patrons because they're distracted by the fireworks. Now, I kind of do some different headcanon about some of these things that we're doing. The way I look at it is it's like this game that we're playing with the patrons, and they know that we're, you know, picking their pockets in order to give the money to the workers. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's a game that we're all just playing, and so they're pretending to let me pick their pockets. Hang on, I'm readjusting my chair because Gateau has shown up, and her jam is not to sit in front of the keyboard, which is nice, but she sits in front of my monitor, which is not as useful either, but she does like lying down on my lap, so I have now provided a lap to her. Now I just have to let her know that it's here. You come over? Here. Come on. Yeah, you. I am talking to you. Come here. Come on. There she comes. And there she goes. Oh, she's on my, hang on, she's on my microphone. That'll complicate things a little bit. Honey, can I have this? Hang on a second. There we go. She's already purring, though. I don't know if you could hear that on the microphone. Sloshire says hello. So, okay, so yes, we're going to continue with our little game here of making a mischief. So, yeah, I kind of figure it's like, because we know the mayor is, you know, keeping an eye on everything, so this is our way of getting the stuff for the people without the mayor realizing that we're totally thwarting his authority. All right, so we will go drop off those coins. Oops. Hey, to Gareth. Gareth Rust. That's what it was. Hi. He says that was quite a display, and judging from how close they were, I'll warrant you sent the mayor into a fit and disrupted things quite nicely. Here, you should keep half of what you've managed to collect. These coins here will be enough to spread out amongst my friends so that they won't go hungry tonight. So we got 8, and he gives us 4. So that's kind of fun. What else have we not done? We need to go build a snowman. So we need an acorn from the, so find an acorn below nearby trees and gather sticks from nearby bushes, and we need 2 times on the sticks. So, oh, wait, there's acorns out here in the trees, which is lovely. And then you can see nearby the, I almost call them skeletons, snowman, there are glowing stick bushes, so they're near where you need to be. Nice thing is they are also like the snow beasts. You can do the same one multiple times. So there's all the sticks that I need. Now, there's all these snow piles. I don't remember. So every snow pile, every one of these snowmen, and there's 5 different snowmen you could build for them. So there's the classy one, the mitten wearing, the scarf wearing, and the cap wearing. We're going to do the cap wearing today. And then there's the broken one back over there that's kind of like hiding. But every one of those has one snow pile out of all of these that is unique to them, in that if you build that particular snowman there, it'll make a giant version of it rather than the normal one. I can't remember which one is the cap wearing one. I don't even think it's on the wiki. If it's not, we should probably put it on the wiki sometime. Did I get it? Let's find out. Nope, it's a regular one. But there you go. So I have built a snowman for our snowman field guy. Okay. Virgil Greenfield. It should be Whitefield, shouldn't it? Oh well. He says, I like the way you work. Your work is almost as good as mine. Maybe you can help me out some more tomorrow. I'm sure if you keep trying, you can do even better. Here are some coins for your hard work. All right, so we have built a snowman. Yay. All right, Mara wants to talk to us. So let's go talk to Mara. What did we get? Why do I have a new title? Oh, probably from... Oh, I got the title The Blameless for finishing the final act. So if you choose to help the workers, you get the title The Blameless. If you choose to aid the mayor, you get a title The Miser. All right, so we have done 10 quests with this character just now. She's like, my you're a festive one. I hope you're having a fun time at the Yule Festival. Come back tomorrow and I'll have more stuff for you. And we are in that thing where, oh, not that. Hang on, let me try that again. So you've got festival, here we go. Festival Flurry, which is it's already, basically, when you first come to see her, she's got the daily quest, but then she's got like an umbrella quest that if you do it 3 times, then she'll give you some stuff. And that one is called a Festive Flurry. So I'm ready to turn that in because I have done Festival 3 days now. And when I turn that in, then that will complete a Festive Flurry intro, which then allows me, it says complete a Festive Flurry intro. That's how I complete a Fortune of Festive Spirit. It used to be, I remember when we first started playing like 5 years ago or so, that there was your daily quest, and then there was like a wrapper that was like, do that 3 times, boom, boom, boom. And then that wrapper itself was like, do this wrapper 3 times, boom, boom, boom. And then you got a goodie for that. So it took longer to finish these extra quests. But now they just wrapped them up and they're like, we're just going to give you all the stuff. So I'm going to get some virtue experience. I'm going to get some figments of splendor. Where is my Titan bar? Hold on one moment. Nope, that's the wrong one. Titan bar should be loading for all characters. So where are you? Oh, Titan bar. Maybe that's weird. Okay, the reason why I'm like weirded out here is because I should be seeing like my currencies. All right, let's go to my wallet. And I need to know how many, what did we just get? Figments. Figments of splendor. Okay, I'm at 6,300. There's a cap of 10,000, and I want to make sure I don't go over that cap. So if it was like getting close, I'd be like, gotta go. Go spend some tokens, but we're good. Okay, so we got some figments of splendor. We got some essence stuff, a crafting ingredient. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Also have a lot of stuff. Okay, so now we need to go on and finish a festive flurry intermediate. So we did the intro, now we need to do intermediate. He has the moving them off quest, so we're gonna skip that for the moment because I'm not feeling desperate for tokens. We started, okay, I have 156, cool. So as I was saying, you know, we started the festival, and none of my characters, of course, on Mordor, because Mordor's new, new enough, none of my characters had done the festival yet, right? So it was definitely one of those where it's like, okay, you know, who's going to get started and doing what with the festival? Oh, I'm just looking at my bar at the bottom, right before it flashed away. Excuse me. I did really well. I got basically one whole level. So she went from level 22 to 23, almost at the same point on the bar. So that's cool. So that means if I can continue that, I'll get about a level a day with her, it sounds like. At least for a little while. Because I eventually want to take her into Mordor, not to necessarily do Mordor, but to get her legendary items, because what we're going to do here. So Rosenbloom, who's my main character on this server, look at her cute little fox outfit. I mean, okay, Breland, thank you. Thank you. I was playing around with outfits and stuff and ended up putting this together. I think it turned out really good, actually. So, but she does have shoes on. We'll have to deal with that at some point, or put some different shoes on her. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to send Rose off to Winterhome and do a bunch of stuff. Because I'm starting from scratch here, there's a whole lot of outfits and stuff that I need to buy and some housing stuff. Oh, speaking of housing stuff, there's a new wallpaper that's available at this festival, and it's really pretty. I'll try and remember to take you guys to my house after we run around here and show it to you, because it's really pretty. I like it. Okay, so now we're going to do the picking up all the quests that I want. So we skip moving them off because I just don't like that one. I don't like it because they run off. And I'm not a fan of that because other people are also trying to do quests to interact with those people. And I feel bad sending them off. So, but we'll gather up all the quests from these guys. And Gareth, thank you. Making mischief. We'll let off some fireworks. Oh, we didn't do the Hobbit. We didn't do the Globe Theater. Well, we'll pick that up just in case we do go in there. And then we'll pick up the 2 from Mabel. Now, you noticed I picked up the eating contest. And if I go to Basil over here, notice he doesn't have the other one available to me because I'm in the middle of that one. So, yes. So B4 and I have basically come up with some different headcanon, though, anyway, because we just don't like the whole sending them away. Also, because I'm doing a charitable spirit, I can't have the sending them off quest at the same time either. It's one of those that, you know, you have to pick. Oh, okay, let's jump in on some food here. Excuse me. Already in use. See, this is why I don't like being at a table with a whole bunch of other people, because look how fast that food went away, and now I'm waiting. And if I was at one of the other tables, that is precious, precious seconds. I have eaten 4 things. All right, mystery drink, are you mine? Nope, it did the bad stuff. That's fine. So the bad stuff is that. The good stuff is it clears all of those effects, which we haven't seen on screen today, but that's okay. All right, this time we're just giving them gifts, though. Oh, yeah, so anyway, so when we send them off, B4 and I have this headcanon that basically we're acting outside the interests of the mayor. that, so for me, I'm like, I'm pretending to send them off. I'm like, oh no, sad person, you must go and be away from the warm fire and walk out into the cold. How horrible. When actually I'm like, here, dude, take a coin, go to the warm fire we've got set up over there, you know, that kind of thing. So basically, I'm actually helping them because I'm like getting them out of the cold and letting them go warm up for a little bit. And then they come back and they have to be like, oh, woe is me. You know, whereas they've been like at least got a warm meal and stuff for a little bit. Okay, so what I often do in a situation like this where there's a whole bunch of people doing the food challenge at the same time, so I can like click on that person, I can see all their effects. Oh, they got a drink. Very nice. So I know that they're doing the food challenge. Now they just went the wrong way. Other way, my dude. They are confused. That's okay. I'll watch this person. Basically, I want to stagger it so that they're off to the next table and have started eating at the next table, hopefully, before I even am starting to head that way. How are these people going the wrong places? You guys are very confusing to me. I think that person's cleaning. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess my competition is confused. So we'll just go ahead and hope for the best. All right, so you gotta kind of go by the festival guy because he's gotta kind of acknowledge you as you come in. Okay, so we've got that. Ugh, it's all breads and pies. Pie is the second worst. Bread is the worst. So we'll just nom on some pies. Now the good news is because there's like not a lot of stuff here. Yeah, it should refresh and not refresh, but like some of the plate should refill. There we go. We got some berries at least. Still don't have a drink. The drink would be over there. Oh well, that's okay. Oh, I need one more thing. Oof, pie, I guess. Oh, eggs. Let me do the eggs instead. I have 18 seconds here. All right, cool. So, hello. Oh my gosh, the good stuff is gone. Well, there's some mushrooms. That's good. What? Oh. So mushrooms. We'll do the berries. Grab the eggs. Oops, don't turn until it's done. And mystery drink. Hey, how's it going, mystery drink? Yeah, look at that, cleared everything. That was lovely. All right, let's go. Oh, that's funny. Did you notice my dress was kind of green from all the drinking, from all the food I'd eaten? That's funny because you get this funny effect on you. Notice how there's kind of like this mist around me, this green mist of like, mushrooms. That'll make 4. I guess we'll do pie. Yeah, the main reason I don't like the sending them away one after we've, created our fun headcanon is that it makes it difficult for other people to interact with the characters. And that makes me kind of sad. Come on, eggs, let's go. Eggs. Pie. We'll pop over and do the mystery drink. Cool, and some berries showed up. That's nice. Now, I have post-processing effects turned off, so it makes it easier when I'm streaming for you guys to see what in the world is going on here. But let me finish that. When you're doing this, you do get those effects on you where your whole screen turns a bit funny and everything is blurry and stuff like that, which complicates being able to do these things. So if you find you are having trouble doing the quests, try turning off your post-processing effects, because sometimes that will make it easier for you to see what you're doing, and therefore easier for you to then, actually complete the quest. Okay, let's see, what have we not done? I think we haven't picked up the cleaning tables because we had this going on. So let's pick that up. And we don't have a snowman in process, so let's go ahead and get that started. Because that way if there's stuff to pick up, like a carrot. Actually, let me look at what I need to do. So the snowman, it is also a deed. So let's pull that up. A cool reception. I have done 2 out of the 5 snowmen in order to finish this deed. So I've made a mitten-wearing snowman, and I've done a classy snowman. So I could do a scarf-wearing snowman today, and that will continue us on. So scarf, you. I choose you. Okay, cool. So for the scarf guy, we need a scarf, acorn, sticks. Okay, I just want to make sure I got it in case there was anything we want to pick up while we're out here. Because like, there's one that has acorns that I think you can pick up other places out here in the winter home, Frost Bluff, out of winter, the Frost Bluff area that's not winter home area, you know, out in the field. So it's nice to have the snowman quest before you go out. That way you can just make a loop. And that's what I usually do. So I usually make, you can see I've got like the areas that are lit up. So I usually make a loop either this way or that way, and just go from one area to the next. So now we'll go do the firewood, guys. The Grumpwood. So this character, she is level 51, and we did manage to take her to Moria and get her legendary items. So I'm able to kind of go through and just, you know, take them out with reckless abandon here. Because I'm just doing auto attack. All right, so that gave me 6. I just need 3 more. I'm also kind of looking to see if there's any other players near here, because I saw there were a couple as I was pulling up, but I don't see any more right now. Because I'm able to just go through and take them out without it being much trouble, I try to not, I try to make sure I'm not taking out trees that are right by somebody else who's like walking up towards them or something. Because like I was playing a mariner the other day, and she has to get close and personal with him unless I haven't figured out how her distance stuff works. I think she does have distance stuff, but I don't know how it works. Anyway, so I was realizing how difficult that can be, and so trying to be mindful of that sort of thing that I can be. So Barbudo Jurgen says, greetings from Spain. Hello from Spain. We are in the Netherlands here. So a new in Mordor server has this game. Many people. Is it going to be live? Many years with new content. So I don't work for SSG, so I can't give any like official, you know, points there. But I can tell you as a fan of the game that so they've been doing this game for 17 years now. So I got the little 17 diamonds up there. Because Cordovan, who is the SSG community manager, for those of us who stream on this channel, he gave us that little graphic that we could use. So I like using that. And it also helps me remember how many years the game has been around. Okay, so when they got to, I think it was 15 years, so even like 2 years ago, and they were like, you know, how long do we think we're going to keep doing this, blah, blah, blah. And they sat down and they kind of were plotting out like the next storylines and the next expansions and all that. And they said they had like another 15 years worth of stuff. And that was without like trying. Like they're all very excited about the game, the SSG team. So my guess is they will continue to make the game as long as it is possible for them to make the game. There is no interest in quitting anytime soon. And I suppose the good news, bad news sort of thing is in the sense that SSG is a small team. So sometimes that means they have a hard time like getting enough human power to be able to do all the things they want to do. But that also, I think, means like, I'm hoping that means that's like easier to keep a small team going than a large studio. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't. Well, okay, fine. I'll go ahead and accept that. Whatever. Oh, did I forget to cheer the beasties while I was out there? Hold on. I did. Because my quest tracker is full. Well, let's go back. I just totally spaced it out. For some reason, I thought we already did it. All right. Well, we'll go back there. Oh, yeah. So let's see. What other questions did you have? Is there many people? I don't know how to answer that. Again, like I said, I don't work for them, so I don't even know. But they don't like publish their answers. It seems or numbers. It seems to be like an industry thing. They don't tend to be like, yes, we have this many users. Here's a funny thing, though. This is gonna be such a huge tangent, but I used to run conventions, like sci-fi conventions. So think like your Comic Cons and things like that, but a bit smaller. But one of the things I discovered is there are different ways that you can count people. And you're like, how is that even possible? Like you count a person, like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But no, let's say we're counting how many people came to this festival. Well, there's counting unique users or unique people and unique attendees if it was an event. I'd be like, okay, this guy came, I came, this person, that person, that person. Okay, so that's like 5 people. But you can count what's called turnstile, which means like this person came 3 days, this person came 2 days, this person came 5 days. And so you're counting each time they come as a separate one. So like the 5 plus the 3 would be 8 plus my 2 is 10, so that's like counting 10 people. So it's funny because all of those numbers are useful though for different things, because like if you're a vendor and you kind of want to know like how many people are we serving, both of those pieces of information can be really useful. So anyway, it's a long story just to say that counting people is not straightforward. Oh, hey, I still got to clean up some garbage. Let's do that. So B4 points out that, oh yeah, Barbudo Jurgen finds that Mordor without lag is amazing. I know, right? Yeah, it's been, well, and it's also the smaller servers. So like Mordor, well, I say smaller, but before seeing 600 non-anonymous, that puts it up there a bit. I haven't checked. Okay. I see 661 non-anonymous people. So when you do the social tab, which is letter O on your keyboard, it shows you at the bottom displaying 100 of 660 entries. And that does not show you people who have checked themselves to be anonymous. Some people want to be anonymous for various reasons, like they don't want you looking at what gear they have, or they just want to play and they don't want to be bothered, or whatever. So there may be any number of reasons why somebody might be have listed themselves as anonymous. But anyways, but they don't count in those numbers. So if you're like, how many people are online? It won't tell you a number that includes people who have marked themselves as anonymous. So the question is that good? I think so. Before says, I think it's a lot of simultaneous players, but I offer it without judgment. Oh. I've seen maybe like 2,000 non-anonymous people listed on, like, I think it was Evernight at one point. And that was free to play. And it was definitely having some lagging issues. Now, when they're talking about lag, it comes from, I think there was like 5 major categories of places where lag can come from, including the server that the game is on, your internet, your computer, like, so like there's a number of different distinct places where lag can originate or be found. But one of the things that they're trying to do with Lotro is, of course, tidy up as much as they can in terms of the things that the communication between like your server and their servers, to make it so that that communication goes as seamlessly as possible. So funny thing, like in your quest log, so this character has only 399 completed quests, which isn't actually that many. I have characters that have like 10,000 completed quests. Those characters take much longer to log out. So there is like a communication that's happening between the server and my computer in order to log that character out. So Lotro is looking at, you know, all the different ways in which they can make that data communication more streamlined, or yeah, whatever. So they've got their engineers on it. But I mean, you're talking about code that's like 20 years old, and so things that were written originally, like started 20 years ago. So things that started back then, they weren't necessarily built for the kind of scaling that we're doing, or, you know, whatever. Like it, you know, when you build a car, when you built a phone 20 years ago, you didn't build it to have the capabilities that our phones can have today. So just think about it that way, right? So I know they've got a lot of ideas and they're working through things. And they were trying to do it all as like one big release. But what they've decided, what makes more sense, is they do iterations of it. This is from listening to, we're going to go ahead and turn these in, Severlin. And Severlin is the Standing Stone Games producer, which means he's the guy in charge of stuff, like of the things that happen and the people that make it happen. So every so often, Cordovan, who's the SSG community manager, will have him on his weekly stream show on Fridays. And so whenever Severlin is on, it's a great opportunity to like really get some insights into how they think about the game and, you know, where their mindset is. Now I have the advantage of being married to a software engineer, so he often has insights as well, and I have a degree in managing IT people. So I have some ideas about understanding the underlying thing or things without having to know. Like, you know, if you're a mechanic, you kind of understand how cars work in general without having to know exactly how a specific car works. Oh, hey, I'm gonna send him off so he can go get a bite to eat. And same for you. Go enjoy the nice warmer fire that's around the corner. All right, we'll turn a few things in over here while we're waiting for some of those folks to come back from their break. We have made the mischief. Oh yeah, so B4 is actually listed out a bunch of good ones here. Your computer, your connection, the internet in general. That's true. I did forget about the internet in general. Like if, you know, the internet is having some issues for whatever reason, that can also impact your the lag stuff. Their connection and their computer are the 5 big sources of lag that B4 can think of. So, and each one of those can be broken down further. Absolutely. So it was just kind of like hitting the major. The major headlines there. Okay, so I think I have this guy. Yeah, thanks for showing up there. And this guy, and he's always the hardest to get because he's right by Mara, and he's the, you know, so everybody wants to talk to him. All right, we did your thing, mister. And I look, yeah, he's like, here's a reward. And I'm like, I'm just going to give it to the beggars. Hee hee hee. Oh, I've done 10 things. I bet Mara wants to talk to me. Hi, Mara. Yay. Oh, and we finished a wrapper. There we go. See, my Titan bar is showing up here. I wonder why it wasn't on my other character. How weird. So yeah, I have 6,600. I keep track of my Figments of Splendor and the Emotes of Enchantment and the Embers of Enchantment because sometimes you'll finish things and it gives you some of those. So I'm like, well, you got to keep track of that because I don't want to go over. Barbudo asks, is the team is a few people, men and women of different countries and specialities. Yeah, you don't know it in English how to put it. It's fine. They don't say how many people there are on the team, but I know some game studios, they have like hundreds, maybe thousands. And I think SSG is more in the dozens than hundreds. So I'm going to think it's less than 100. I'm guessing, I don't know. They're headquartered in the United States on the East Coast near Boston. And that's where the servers are also located, except for the Angmar and the Mordor servers. Those are, sorry, just Mordor. My apologies. Mordor is now located in Europe, in the Netherlands, I believe. And Angmar is located with the other servers in the US. So all the people who work for SSG are also located in the US. I think everybody has to be able to be physically present at work, even though I do know some people work from home, but I think they sometimes have to go into the office for various things. So I think that's the setup of it. So there aren't any people, as far as I'm aware, who like live in Europe even, who work for SSG. I think everybody is in the US. But they do have one person, their forum name is Sansaray, and Sansaray does all, or coordinates with the people who translate Lotro into German and into French. So they work on the localization of the language. So that's kind of cool. But they don't do that in-house. I believe they have other people that they, oh, sorry, my hair got all funky again. They coordinate with to do that. And those are the only two languages that Lotro supports, in part because when Lotro first happened, it was under a different company, and Turbine. And Turbine did have physical servers in the United States and physical servers in Europe, but they didn't manage the ones in Europe. They had another company, Codemasters, who handled those. And so the code was slightly different between those two sets of servers. Eventually, Turbine, they spun it off basically, and that's how SSG was created, Standing Stone Games. So Standing Stone Games now had everything, but they wanted to kind of, they needed to bring it together because of the small team. So they brought the servers over to the United States, but the code is still different between those two sets of servers. So you can't transfer characters between them. But another thing that came out of that legacy is that there was a French server and 2 German servers that were part of that, and those are still in existence. So I think that's one of the big reasons why they still support French and German in the game. Yeah, Barbudo Jurgen, you bring up a fantastic point that comes up regularly. And it says, yeah, they say, one more thing I have to say, I'm Spanish, and one of the 3 more important languages like English and Chinese. So English, Chinese, and Spanish have so many users worldwide. Why don't we have the game in Spanish? I absolutely understand that question, and that is a great question to pose to the SSG people. I will tell you, they'll probably give you the answer what I just did, which is basically they have 3 languages and they're not looking to expand into any more. And to be quite honest, I would guess that, excuse me, if they could have fewer languages, I bet they would go for that. I bet they would just do it in one, because the localization that they have to do for French and German slows things down, because they have to send things out and then wait. Oh, I forgot to build a snowman. I'll come back to that. And I don't know that it really serves that many users. So I don't know if there's a return on that investment. Somebody was asking for snowball help, but that might have been a while ago. I don't see anybody else here. To do the snowball fight, you have to have like, you have to have a target. And if there's nobody there, I don't have a target. Okay, we'll come back and do that another time. All right, so we'll do some building of a snowman. And then before I give you a little tip on pairing of words. Let's see, I still need an acorn. Oh, I forgot to get a scarf. I gotta run back and get a scarf in the place. Yeah, so in general, in English, if you are open to that, to hearing, you generally pair men and women, males and females. So yeah, so if you're like, how many, but you could just say people. If you're wondering how many people work at SSG, people is fine. You don't have to say men and women. People encompasses men and women and non-binary and anybody else that might be involved. So I would just do like that. You know, Russian a little bit. English medium, but this game, some words are difficult in English. Russian also doesn't exist here. Now, that is true, but there is some unofficial Russian translations out there. And a number of the plugins will have some Russian support because there was such a strong Russian base for quite a while. But there's not an official server in Russian. Okay, let's see, where am I at? Snowballs, not gonna happen. Oh, the theater. We didn't do the theater. And then I also wanted to show you guys the new wallpaper. Let me show you the wallpaper, actually. What's this? Remote quest. Yeah. Let's do, yeah, let me run over to my house. Let's go to my premium house. I think that's where I put it up. I think. Oh yeah, I should check my other house. You know, less Russian than English. So you prefer English, but some words are really strange in English. Tell me about it. I mean, English is my mother tongue, as they say. It's my first language. But man, when you're learning another language, you start to realize how weird your own language is sometimes. Okay, I think I put some wallpaper up here. So let's double check. Yeah, we are learning Dutch. Before and myself are. And, oh wait, where did I put the wallpaper? Oh, maybe I didn't buy it yet. Hold on. Hold up. Not there. Well, then. We're going to put some wallpaper up. See, notice how long it's taken me to pull up my shared storage. Part of that is because, of how much data it has to pull out. Hang on a second. I didn't buy any yet on this server. What? Okay, hang on, we gotta go back to the festival. Where are the crates? The crates are by the kinship house. Let me run back over there. Oh, and I need to open my Hobbit present. We'll do that here in a second. So before I started reading The Hobbit in Dutch, and Tolkien uses so many adjectives that we don't learn in our Dutch class, Dutch as a second language class. Yeah, there's a lot of adjectives. I mean, there's just a lot of adjectives in general, right, in the world. So funny thing I've noticed is at least English and Dutch, and I think German, are like very prolific in their use of words that are similar but mean slightly different things. So you'll have, I don't know, quickly and fast and, you know, things like that where you're like, well, what's the difference? And you're like, well, they're very similar, but they're not exactly the same. And so you're trying to understand the nuance between these different words and why would you use one over another. And that's where just kind of like getting fluent with a language comes in, right? But English does that, and Dutch does that. So we're kind of like, okay, if we've got, so we understand it, I guess. For me, I understand where it's coming from in a sense. Like, we do this in English, so when I see it happening in Dutch, I'm like, oh, okay. And for me, it's like, it makes it easier in a way because it's like I already understand like how a sentence is structured in English, and the sentence structure is pretty similar in Dutch. There's like a couple of rules that are different, but in general, it's pretty close. So when I don't know like how to say something, I just do it as if I was gonna, like I do it just as my brain automatically thinks, and it tends to be pretty close. Also, you've got oh, I just forgot the words, but a, and the, like, the house, the book, whatever. And you have that in Dutch as well. You have things that go before a word like that. You just have to, there's two words that basically mean like the before it, de or het. So like, het book, the computer, or is it het computer? I'm not sure. Anyway, you just have to memorize kind of, which way that goes. So memorizing all of those. Ah, yes. Okay, I have not picked up the Steeds with this character. Tut tut. So I need to get on that, and I do want to get. Okay, I'll just grab one wallpaper to show you guys because it's so cool. So I usually go to new rewards because I just want to see what's new right now because usually I have bought everything else by now. And it's the Snowy Evening Walls. So let me grab one of those. I think it went into my bag, right? It did. Okay. So let me go to my personal house. I'll show you that instead. Oh, why does my character walk like she's dancing? There's some packets you can get. What are those called? Supporter packs. Oh, I wonder, is the one up right now? And if so, can you look up the Moobot for it? There's a Rohirrim one, a Rohan one. And, thank you, coffer. So there's these patron coffers that you can buy from time to time, which is like basically a way to support the game, and then they give you cool stuff. And so one of the coffers came with this whimsical movement style, and so you look like you're skipping, which is great. I love it. And then there's also different, okay, so here's another one. This is the Mirkwood one. You look like you're kind of like trying to like climb or run behind trees and behind the bushes or something. There's, let's see, that's a milestone. I like the whimsical movement though. That one's my favorite. There's also milestones. So like when you're going somewhere, so here, let me put this one on. So like if I were to take my milestone and go somewhere, it looks like the willow tree, or you can have it so it looks like, which one's this one? Mirkwood. What is that one again? Oops. Oh yeah, you're smoking a pipe and then it encircles you like a dragon, and then it's like you're in a big egg and then you disappear. That one's cool. But the one I've been using is the packing one, which is new. That's the one that's in this coffer, I think. And you look like you're packing stuff up to go. And then you finish packing and poof, you disappear. So I keep interrupting these before they do that because I don't actually want to disappear. I want to stay here. So I like that one. I've been using that one a lot. It's a lot of fun. So, okay, so I've got some wallpaper up in this house already, but let me switch the wallpaper to the other thing. So I need to go into my decoration mode. And I'm going to switch the wall surface out to, let's pull out that snowy evening. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Oops, let me get rid of decoration mode so you can see it better. There we go. I just think that's lovely. I really like it. Now you can do it with color behind it, as I have right here. I've got green. Oh, it's my whole house. I forgot my house was a one thing, one and done. Yeah, it's lovely. I have a small house in this particular location, so that's why it's like that. But you can swap out and not have any color. So for example, I could do like that, and then it has that look to it. So that's what it looks like just natively without any color. So it comes with the rail on the bottom, which I'm okay about. What did I have with the other one? Let me double check that. Was there a rail on that one? No. Oh, there's not. It's different though. But that's okay. We'll go with this one for now. And I think we'll go ahead and go back to the green color because I kind of like that. It's kind of got like a little, I don't know, it makes it just gentler and softer. So I like that. We'll try that. So yeah, I set up my little house. Oh, so I did this thing. So I've got a sleeping brown cat over here. And they get up and they walk around and they, you know, stretch and stuff. And then they walk around and then they go and they sit back down. So I realized I had another one in my bag, and I was like, oh, let's do something with that. And so I put it on this bed that I'd set up. Here, let me put the fire on. All right. So I put the sleeping brown cat on the bed, and I had to fuss with it a bunch. But I think I've got it so it can walk around on the bed and not look like it's walking on air. It's really close. I think I need a slightly bigger bed. Now it's not going to do it. Sometimes I noticed like the animation just struggled to, like the animation just didn't click in. So we'll keep an eye on both of these cats. We've got one up above me here, and then the other one's over on the bed. And if the one on the bed doesn't move, but the one by the fire does, then we'll know that the one on the bed is sleeping through it. So we'll say, just like this cat on my lap. Cute little girl. Yes, you are. Well, now they're both sleeping. All right. I guess they're just not going to do their animation right now. Oh, music. You mentioned the music in the game. I need to get some music in my house. I don't think I have any music in the house right now. Baruto says the music in-game is beautiful and the atmosphere is wonderful. I come from other MMOs to find chill moments and relax. I think this fits so good. I know, right? I definitely find myself coming into Lotro to relax a lot of times, especially when I'm hanging out in the Shire. That makes me happy. Hey, let me grab my Hobbit gift. So they're doing... the Hobbit gifts right now could have a Yule gift. Oh, nope, got universal ingredient packs. That's right. Oh yeah, so here we go. So here's my cat on the bed. So he's just hanging on. So I need a slightly bigger bed there, I think. Because then he goes right to the edge. It's like, oh, that's just a bit much. And then he sits. So that's cute. So I may have to look through my bags and see if I have any other beds and maybe swap it out. I like the River Hobbit bed. It's very cute, the River Folk bed. But for the cat climbing around on the bed, it's like it's barely big enough. And then they walk through the cushion. So it's not perfect, but it's close. So yeah, I like the idea. It was a good mock-up to begin with. Anyway, so that's the new snowy wallpaper, and I think it's gorgeous. I love it. Really, really like it. And then outside, I need to get a tree. I've got one tree out here, so that's good. I got a big snowy tree here. And then I've got a cluster of trees there, but they're not like snowy or wintry. So, oh hey, while we're right here, we can go and do the horse race because it's nearby. So I'm just trying to like hit a whole bunch of the different festival things that we can do. So the things I haven't done are the snowball field, the horse races. Let's see. And there's an instance we can do. So I might pop into that because we've got some outfit stuff that we can only get through festivity tokens, and so I'll need to work on that. Whee! Barely made that. That's okay, we made it. That's all that matters. So I'll be streaming for another, 20 minutes or so. And then before will be streaming right after me. And he does a lot of Lotro plugin development. So sometimes I use some of his plugins on stream here. So Festival Buddy, Festival Buddy 2, I should say. I've clicked on a couple of times. Yes, woo! And here, let me finish this race. I'll show you a couple things real quick. Yay, we won the race. Good job, team. So I have been using Festival Buddy 2 a lot, and that's one of his, based off of Festival Buddy 1 from somebody else. But I can see right here, I have 145 festival tokens on this character. So sometimes that's really handy to have knowledge. I also use Deed Tracker, which tells me all of my character's deeds that exist in the game, including hidden deeds. And if a deed is part of like another deed, so like the Breland Adventurer, you complete that, then you move on to Breland Adventurer Advanced, and when you finish that, you move on to Breland Adventurer Final. So he nests them underneath so you can kind of see where you are. And the nice thing about that is if for some reason something you did that is part of a umbrella meta deed didn't get checked off, but you complete the meta deed, it'll automatically check everything underneath it because you obviously had to have done it in order to complete that. So I use this also to see where, I think, that's Breland. I want class, race, epic. I want to look at race and social. I use this to see where I am a lot of times in the festivals. So like Farmer's Fair, I did pretty good on all those deeds. Harvest Festival, got some of them, got a bunch of them. But the Yule Festival, you can see, we're just getting started and I have a bit to go. So yeah, I find that really handy to help me keep track of things sometimes. So that's one of his plugins also, and super handy. Oh, you got to go to work. Oh, it was very nice having you in the chat there, Barbudo Jurgen. Have a great day, and maybe we'll see you next week. So, oh, that reminds me, a conversation came up recently with the streamer folk and about who's streaming during the holidays and who's not, because the end of December is rather full of those sorts of things. So my plan is to definitely see. Okay, so Tuesdays. So before and I stream on Tuesdays. So upcoming Tuesdays include, excuse me, hang on a second. Ooh, pardon me. The 24th of December and the 31st of December. So currently we are both planning to stream on the 24th. No interference, no conflicts there. On the 31st, we currently don't have any conflicts there either, but something might come up because we had some friends that were kind of like every other year we were doing stuff together, and I think it's been a couple of years, but that's okay. Before and I are also fine just having a nice quiet night in, but that presupposes the word quiet. we live in the Netherlands, and the Dutch are crazy about their fireworks. People will drive all over the place buying a whole bunch of fireworks, and then they start letting them off. So now the municipalities will often do fireworks, and so you'll have those going off, and there's big stuff happening and whatnot. And then individuals will go and buy some. I mean, I think the average is like €1,000 per person in the Netherlands. That's how much people spend on fireworks. It's a bit insane. And we're not talking about like just sparklers or like the snakes or poppers or whatever. We're talking about like you can get a box that's like got rows and columns and everything, and you light it off, and these things like, you know, shoot up in the air, and each one goes up and goes over the house, and then it does a big explodey thing like a commercial firework, basically. I mean, it's like a miniature version of that, but they're still really big. Like, I still wonder how they don't end up with everything on fire. I think it's because more houses are built out of concrete and brick here than out of wood. So, more than in the U.S., I should say, a higher percentage than in the U.S. I don't know how many houses actually are built out of wood here. But anyway, a lot of fireworks. So it could get to be about like 8 o'clock at night here, and it might just be difficult to hear the stream if it gets to be too loud with the fireworks. So we are debating like starting earlier or just go until it's too loud or normal ending time, whichever comes first. So we're kind of leaving that one up in the air. We haven't made a final decision about the 31st, which in English I would call New Year's Eve, what the Dutch would call Old Year's Eve.
No, just Old Year's.
Oh, sorry, Old Year's.
Old Year's Day.
Old Year's. Old Year's Day and New Year's Day. So funny thing is, in English, I would say, you know, you have New Year's Eve, which is that whole day of the 31st, plus the evening of the 31st, leading into New Year's Day. So the eve being that which is like on the precipice thereof. And that isn't how they do it in Dutch. You have Old Year's Day, which is the 31st, and New Year's Day, which is the 1st of January. So if you say New Year's Eve, they think you mean January 1st in the evening. So that led to some amusing conversations in some of our earlier years here. We're like, hey, we want to get together with people for New Year's Eve. And they're like, why are you doing stuff on the 1st? We're like, what? No, we want to do it on the 31st. It wasn't that straightforward of a conversation, let's put it that way. It was pretty funny. So anyway, point being, not sure what time and when and all that we're doing streaming on the 31st, but we're planning to do it at some point. It might be earlier, or it might just go until it's too loud. Oh, so I put down a candle. Nice. I do like those dwarf candles. They're fun. I wonder if I have a dwarf candle on me. The baubles, the dwarf candles you can get through baubles now. Check that out. Kabam. So you have the physical dwarf candles still, like I still have a bunch of them. Maybe not on this server, but I still have a bunch of dwarf candles. But then, yeah, now you can get them as baubles so they don't sit in your inventory, which is pretty cool. I think they last about normal, although that one's still going, so maybe they last a little longer. Oh, that would be so cool. Because the ones that you let off, the individual ones, they don't seem to last very long, which is sad because you'll be watching somebody playing a song and you'll go put some lights behind them, but by the time you basically finish putting the lights behind them, like the lights are starting to go out at the end, so it's kind of a bummer. All right, so a couple things I want to do with this character. Verbena Greenhand here is the Yule festivity token vendor. There we go. And so there are certain festivals where you can earn these festivity tokens. They are good for all of the different festivals where you can spend them. So like summer, I think anniversary now maybe. Here, we can pull up. Anyway, I have 10 currently left over from when I was doing stuff at a previous festival. So let's see, festivity. Oh, I want to go to the instance. That's what I'm doing. Instance finder. Let me collapse that. So the seasonal instances are where you earn festivity tokens. So at the anniversary festival, there's one. At the farmer's fair, there's one. At the spring festival, there's one. And the Yule festival, there's one. So I'll go ahead. We'll do the battle at Frostbluff. I'm going to do it. What's the lowest I can do it? We'll do it at level 10. We'll just drop it down so it's the quickest, hopefully, that we can go through. And we're doing it as a solo, so just me. I could do it with just me and do it as a higher than a solo, but we'll just do it as a solo first. Okay, so 2 things from this first guy. The battle at Frostbluff is a quest that we want to do, and we need to basically complete the whole scenario. And then there's also a daily, which I'm picking up from him. So if you secure all of our fortresses, I will give you an extra reward. What do you say? And this is a daily, so you can only do this once a day, but it gives you 6 tokens, and it counts towards your 10 festival quests. So if you're working on that, it does help you out. Okay, so we're talking to each of the kids. Interesting. We're getting like a overflow of music. Let me turn that down. That's bizarre. Okay, so I have to go and capture the Tower of Grumpwood, which is this first one. Oh no, those are not just snowmen. So the snowmen have turned into grims, or they're pretending to be snowmen, and they really are grims, depending on how you want to look at it. But you know what? I have this character set up on, I think I have her set up on blue line. So once the fort has been reclaimed, the fire pops up, so you can get the benefit from standing it by the fire. But there will be a counter attack, so you have to be prepared for that. The punishing cold continues to attack the fort. Where? Where are you? Ah, there it is. Cold wisps. Let me get rid of them. I think I'm running on blue line. Okay, with the cold in retreat, now is your chance to reclaim the fort for the children of Winterhome. So, claim the banner. Dun da da. Yay, now it's a burgundy snowflake flag. So now we got to go to Cluckland, which is back up the hill, and it's where all the chickens are. So we are on the landscape, as it were, area of Frostbluff. So that was kind of in the middle, and now we are going up to Cluckland. We're going to get rid of these cold grims. Excellent. Oh, I think that's one of the reasons why I went with blue, though, because I'm a lot more mobile. Oh, that's right. That is kind of fun. I don't shoot as hard, but I don't need to right now. The fort has been reclaimed, which means the fire is on. That's nice. But oh no, the mountain cold has launched a counterattack. So we'll take care of that. Now in here, there's a handful of instances, or not instances, starts with an E. Encounters. There's a handful of encounters that we might have. And if you take out all of the various encounters, then that completes a deed. However, you have to be doing the this on level, and I'm not. So if I were to take out the encounters, it wouldn't matter. They don't count towards a deed for me. So I just tend to leave them. Okay, so encounter a frosty beast has come down from the mountains, threatening Winterhome. So he's up there. Actually, that's a grim should be coming. Oh, there's a grim at the door. Sometimes they just kind of get stuck there at the door. There we go. Cold is in retreat. Now it's my chance to claim the fort for the children of Winterhome. Let's do it. Dun, da, da. So, and the Queen of Cluckland thanks us for rescuing the chickens of Cluckland, who then do a little dance around the fire, which I love. Going bok. Bok. It's so cute. This is adorable. Okay, so the encounter, I'll show you where it is, but I'm not gonna blah. The encounter is up there. See, there's the guy. Oh, I guess we can just, he's not that far. Hey. There we go. The encounter is complete. Winterhome remains safe. That's good. So as you're running over to the next one, which is over on the way towards the lake, the frozen over lake, some of the snowmen are actually Grimms in hiding. So you get to deal with them on your way. Now, some of them exist, but if you don't end up aggroing them, you don't have to deal with them. For example, like there's one over there, but I don't have to actually go over and do anything about it. He'll just, I can finish the encounter with that, or the instance without worrying about it. So now we've got frigid air flowing across the frozen floor of Frost Lake. So, whoops, come here, you. And we've got a fun dancing guy there. Oh, I feel kind of bad taking him out because I find him entertaining, actually. I'm like, can I get one of those, like, to follow me around or something? Because he's so cute. But and then we've got probably one or two hiding back here. All right. And, oh, here's one. The fort has been reclaimed. So we got a fire way over there, but everything's going to come in through here, so it kind of makes sense to just stick around this area. Like there's two of them coming in. We'll probably get something coming from this direction where those winter berries are. There we go. Oh, one from each direction. That's fine. Yeah, fine. Cool. And then eventually we'll get basically what's a whole bunch of snowmen in one giant conglomerate coming at us as one big thing, and it's wild. All right, we're not there yet. Well, if you're gonna freeze me, but you're not coming closer, how am I gonna attack you? There we go. Also, we have an encounter. The encounter is up in behind, up there, up in the woods a little bit. Not too far. But again, don't have to deal with it. It's right up there. There we go. We got a thing that said something is coming. There it is. So check that out. It's crazy. It's like, yeah. What did they call it? Oh, whoops. I took it out. Sorry. I was going to show it to you. It's like a maelstrom, I think they called it. So, okay. So we'll go ahead and do the festival banner. Now, when you finish this last one and you do the festival banner, then you are done with the instance. But you want to make sure, oh, each one's different. That one's kind of a bluish. I didn't realize. You want to make sure you touch this frosted chest because that's where you're going to find your festivity tokens. And if you leave and you come back for it, it's too late. So make sure you open that chest before you leave. So now I can talk to this person and I can leave. The daily auto completed, so I don't have to do anything for that. So here's the fun thing is the this instance, let me pull it back up again. The battle at Frostbluff. Actually, I think I will go and find it on the wiki real quick. Hang on. Okay. So there's a number of different chests that you can open. And so let me send you all, let me give you all the link to this so you have it in case you ever want to check. And if you scroll down, I think we put it down near the bottom somewhere. Yes, here we go. Under rewards, there we are. The frosted chest at the end grants 5 festivity tokens. there is a different chest for each group size. And the locks reset, normal 3 a.m. server time, and are not shared between the different fellowship sizes. So there's 4 different chests you can get here. Oh, okay. So, interesting. Maybe. It says, that's interesting. I think we need to double check this. Because it says some people find that the chest for 2 and the 3 persons has the same lock, reducing the potential maximum number of festivity tokens. And you don't have to be on level for this. Yeah, usually what I feel like somebody's edited this. Because, yeah, I think 1 is one of the, let me see if I can look at the history on this. There it is. Somebody has put it at the top. So solo duo, I believe, is 1 chest. Small fellowship is 1 chest. And 6 person is 1 chest. So if I were to go back through and do it as a 2 person, I believe I have a lock on that chest at this time. So if I go to my raid locks, the annoying thing is if you go to your raid locks, it just says frosted chest. It doesn't tell me which size is locked. Oh, you're not on Mordor right now, are you? Okay. I was going to see if you wanted to join me.
I'm not on Mordor.
I see that. No worries. So we'll go ahead and do a 3 person size, but I'm going to put it back down to level 10 again. Because then I will be able to get, yeah, see here it says size small fellowship. I should have looked at the first one. It probably said solo duo then. I think they've been consistent since they've started doing more of these, but it was inconsistent at the beginning as to whether it was solo and duo was 1 or whether duo and small fellowship was 1. But I think they've gotten more consistent now. Okay, so now we do the same thing, but now we're going to have more of them. And it's going to be a little more complicated. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a little food. Get some buffs going. Oh, I just realized I don't have buff bars on. Or buff thingies. I may want to set that up. Let's see. Buff monitor. Let's load that for Rosenbloom. And, oh, I should actually load it now. Hang on. So here's, oh, I have to use, yeah, I have to configure it, which, first of all, you have to move it, and that is the normal layout movement. Okay, so let's see if I remember how to do this properly. Well, I'll stand by the fire for a minute because I'm going to get attacked. Let's see, I want to do... I'll wait till I'm not in combat. Why are we not attacking things? There we go. And, oh, because he's far away. There we go. So basically I'm going to try and set up this buff monitor in a second because I want it to show me if I have, there's 3 different kinds of foods. There's, let's see, there's fortifying, there's trail, and there's cooked. And you can have 1 of each type active at a time. So I want to set it up so that way I can track, do I have 1 of each available? So let's get this flag. Yeah, it's kind of a purpley. That's pretty. All right, so let's run this way while we're trying to do this. I guess I have to right click. Yeah, okay, so effect, add, and that's where I start typing, and I want cooked. So if I had a cooked food going, it would be able to tell me that. So let me see if I have a cooked food. There we go. So because it finds that word cooked, it should populate. Awesome. And then I want to add a bar. And then in this bar, I want to have a new effect, and I want it to be cooked fortifying, which I'm just going to do fortif, and which I think I don't have any right now. And then I want a new bar, and we're going to make that effect be trail, which I do have one right now. Okay. Well, there we go. At least got a little bit of something going on. The other thing is I don't actually have on-level foods. I just have the stuff they kept giving me at the early part of the game. But I figure, hey, it's better than nothing. What plugin is that one again, Narnar? That is Buff Monitor. So here, I'll pull up the plugin window here again in a second. Yeah, sure. So plugin manager, dun, dun, yeah, Buff Monitor, all one word, if that matters, by P. Tweedy, and I think you can get it through the Lotro plugin. Was it Companion? The one where it pops up separately, and you can just like click, 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 and have it do it that way. Oh yeah, thanks, honey. Lotro plugins, the Lotro plugin compendium. Yeah, that one is super handy because you just pull that up, and a lot of the like heavily used plugins are listed there, so you could just like check the box and it loads it for you and does all the work. It's like, I love it. I very much appreciate that because I don't like when I have to start with a new plugin and try to remember like which folder am I supposed to put it in. And thankfully they do often have instructions, which is good. But sometimes I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I going? What am I doing? Yeah. Yes. I love Compendium. Yes. It is so handy. Sometimes I forget to check it and make sure everything is up to date, you know, but then again, with B4 being so active with plugins, he usually will tell me, hey, you know, things are updated, you should check. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'll go check. So that's handy. Oh, okay, it looks like we did good because Lydia and the Queen of Cluckland are coming. So let's click on the banner. What does it change it to? From blue to, yeah, kind of a purple. That's pretty. I like that. All right, now I gotta go capture Frost Lake. So let's go do a bit of that. So yeah, I took something that's like giving me +4 vitality. That's not a lot. And what did I take? The roast pork, maybe? That's not bad. You know, having something that gives me some regen in combat is handy. Oh. I'm not sure who I need to shoot. Okay, we'll just keep running. Maybe you all don't mind. There's a bunch of red dots back there, but nobody's looking, so I'm going to keep running. Okay. Yeah, I use a lot of plugins. I find them really handy. It's just I like being able to take the information I'm looking for and have it represented to me in a way that has been customized to like the user experience. I love it. Like you notice I'm using a lot of user skins. I really like those. I kind of wish there might be a new round of user skins at some point, but I am kind of enjoying the Hobbit-y style ones that I've got, so yeah, that works for me. Oop, I'd been frozen. They froze my feet to the ground. Good thing I'm wearing shoes. I know, I'm a crazy hobbit wearing shoes. I figure I'm hanging out here in the snowy lands. I should wear shoes. It's funny though, because I was playing with some outfits, and so she's wearing like these bright, shiny white, like almost metallic shoes. It's kind of funny. Kabam. That's a nice one though. Barrage. That one I kind of like it. And it's only available in blue line, so maybe I'll stick with blue for now. I'm digging it. I'm so used to playing red line because I do red over on Treebeard on my Rose and Bloom there. So it seems weird to be doing like something that's not that. Cool. But mobility is nice too. That is super handy. Oh, what do we got? Where are you at? Something is coming. All right, let's see if I can get it over here so you can see it before I actually take it out. So you can see it's a whole bunch of what is it? Of snowmen. What's it called? A shivering maelstrom, yeah? So I just think it's so wild. Like, what a crazy thing. Yeah, shivering maelstrom. And then it falls on the ground and then it goes back up again. What a kick, huh? All right, I should probably just take this stuff out. There we go. Yay, now it's time to reclaim the fort. All right, remember to grab the chest. Doo-doo-doo. And we got our festivity tokens. Yay. And there we go. Now we can travel. So, that was 5 for each of the adventures. Now, these are bound to character. So it's not going to show me like the festivity tokens that my other characters have. I can't collect them in a bucket and use them, you know, together. But one of the reasons why the Yule Festival, it's important for me to get these, is not so much for the Tome of the Snowy Evening Pig, even though he's very cute, or the Wintry Outdoor Fire Pit, or the Snow Strider's Woven Deer, although I do have a couple of those over on Laurelin. Oh, the Yule Princess Bunny is super cute, but that's not all. That's also not why I'm here. The reason I'm here is for the knitted Frost Bluff Tunic of Snowball Resistance. Check out that, darling. Oh yeah, there's the shoes I was talking about. Bright, shiny shoes. And there's also the knitted Cozy Frost Bluff Cap. Not sure if I will get the cap. Depends on if I have enough tokens to get it. I can always wait and get it next year. But then the knitted Frost Bluff Mitts of Comfort are super cute. There you go. And I love the little snowflake that they have on the back of it. You can also see a snowflake on the back of the tunic, and then there's also a snowflake on the hat. So it's kind of cute. So I definitely like to get that. Another reason why I really like to get this one is it dyes up really well. Like, it's vibrant in its colors. So if you go with a red, you get a vibrant red. If you go with like a dark green, it's got some really good, like, you could see the definition in the stitches. Like, it's wild. Let's see. Black even isn't crazy. The white is nice. You see a lot more. It's got the brown accents really show up nicely against the white. I have a tendency to go with like, although I haven't been trying with turquoise, but I might try turquoise this year. The sea blue is nice, but I tend to go with either purple. I usually do purple for the accents though, and I'll do rose for the main outfit. So I'll do rose for the main outfit and then like do purple gloves. So let me show you the hands. What is that under glove? Purple. There it is. So like purple on the gloves and purple for the hat and like pink for the tunic, or the rose as pink is called. So yeah, it's kind of it's cute. Hang on a second. Okay. Let me do the hat. I'll show you the hat in purple. I like doing it where I can have like accenting colors. I might choose a different color scheme this year. Oh, and usually like a little backpack in purple or something. Sometimes I do, you know, I've been having fun with turquoise though. And so kind of wondering if there's like a nice turquoise blend that I could do. Like, not sure. Something would be turquoise and something would be not turquoise. You know what I mean? You've been doing the size 1 and the size 2 every day and getting the coins? Okay. Then I think something is incorrect on that. Or maybe somebody did have a glitch. So let me go do a size 2 real quick then. So I'll do a size 2 and back down to level 10 because I just want to zoom through it. It does say duo. It is separate. I agree. It doesn't say solo duo. It just says duo. You can do it at level 50. Yeah, but I don't want to take all day. I mean, it wouldn't take all day. I mean, I just want to zoom through it though, you know what I mean? Oops, I forgot to say hi to one of these kids. Okay, now we can continue with our questing. All right, so we'll finish this guy off. And then I am going to wrap it up here in not too long. And turn it over to B4. What did you say, Gnarnar? I think I had to do 50, or I didn't get coins last year. I can't remember. Too old. Too old. You're funny. If you're doing the... So for a lot of the festivals, there's 2 different types of instances. There's this one that's kind of like a cute storyline and gives you the festivity tokens. But then there's the other one that's like a little bit more, you know, actual combat and battle and stuff. The boss from the vaults, and in this case, what is it? I can see him. It's the guy in the, I can't remember the name all of a sudden. It's the one where you're, well, I don't want to give too many spoilers and whatnot, but it's Storvagan. Oh, I was thinking the other guy, not Storvagan. Oh, Storvagan would be kind of fun to do. I'd like to get a Storvagan group together. That'd be nice. I always have fun doing that one. Especially with a group, because that's good. Oh, you know what? We have a group on Treebeard that we get together every Saturday. Maybe I'll suggest that we do it together on Saturday. Because that'll be good. Okay, anyway. So, yeah. So that one you've got what? The special, what do they call it? Tokens? Coins? Coins, right? They have some special Storvagan coins that you get. That one you have to run 50 above, but I don't think you can run it any lower, so that's kind of irrelevant. It is moot. You can't run it lower than that. I don't know. Narnar says, like, I'll never forget the first time I went into Storvagan alone and he yeeted me off the cliff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I mean, come on. They show you at the beginning that he yeets somebody off the cliff, so you know it's possible, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is one that I'm always, like, trying really careful not to get myself thrown off. And also try not to get hit by the snow falling, by the, you know, the avalanche thing. The snow falling over on the side. Yeah. What is it? Oh, I think it's Storvagan. You have to do it at max level for the server in order to get the coins. I think that's how it goes. You know, it's been a while. It's so funny because, yeah, I focus so much on the more social ones, the more storyline driven ones, I guess, that I haven't been paying close attention, I should say, to the other ones. So, all right, good, we're good. So yesterday you went in with a team on 150, nice. And the ads bonked you around like a volleyball. Oh my gosh. So Storvagan, for those who haven't done it yet, is there's a series of instances that you unlock as you're working through, I guess it's level 50, right? So, but I want to say Moria content for some reason. I think it might be Moria expansion. So you've got, there's 3 different wings. So there's like giant wing, spider wing, and dragon wing or something like that. And each one of those instances has that kind of a theme where you've got to deal with that sort of thing. So, and then at the end, there's usually some like big bad to deal with. So in the giant wing, Storvagun is a big giant, and you meet him on like the top of after you've climbed up really high in the air, and he has a bunch of friends who come around to help him out, like giant snowcats and other giants, and they basically are like, "Ooh, I'll stomp you," whatever. And but you're so cute, I want to take you home. Anyway, then they can wreck you if you're not careful. So it's really nice if you have somebody who can do area attacks, because then they can just kind of do the group at once, and that helps a lot. But if you're just like trying to onesie twosie it can be a little, it can take a while. So you kind of sometimes you spend some time just trying to avoid getting stomped on and getting thrown around by these additional things that come to join the fun. Shoot, there we go. Excellent. The punishing cold continues to attack the fort. And I have a gnawing cold on me, which gives me minus 21 to my frost mitigation. And it lasts for an hour, it says. Wow, that's a long time. That's a while. I wonder if it actually does, or if it just lasts for an hour in the instance. I'm kind of curious. We'll have to look and see if it's still on me when I leave. I know. There is a campfire there. I might just stand by the fire. Or, I'm also a hunter. I can make my own fire. Yeah, I know, right? What? So, anyway, yeah, so going and doing that one is a lot of fun with folks. And then I think it's if you do it, like the challenge mode is to have it with the avalanches. So if you stand if you stand too close to the wall, so basically it's like you've kind of got like walls like this near the edge, and then near the one side, and then if you go to the other side, there's like a precipice that you could fall off. So, some people might want to like kind of hug up against the walls, but if you do that, then the snow can fall down and hit you, and you get hit by an avalanche. So that's not ideal either. All right, there is a chest here. I'm gonna grab my grab everything. Let's see what we get. Cooldown timer not expired. So I agree that the 2 did not give me any tokens. Yeah, how sad. Even though it didn't say solo duo, and it didn't say duo fellowship. So yeah, I would say that one did not reward. So I'd have to go in as a 6, and I don't necessarily want to do a 6 by myself right now. Anyway, I have been chatting with y'all for almost 2.5 hours anyway. So I think it's about time for me to head out pretty soon. Okay, awesome. So yeah, my plan is to continue doing festival with my characters here on Mordor, try to get all the tokens so I can buy all the things, because that's, what you should do. One of the other things I really like about this festival and other ones like it is you can go over here and look at the various mounts that they have had through the years, and you can still buy them with mithril coins. And there are some deeds that are like mount up all of these different festival steeds. So sometimes getting these does help to add towards that, but sometimes I get one because it's perfect with an outfit that I've got going on, and for my main character it's worth it. Anyway, so yeah, that's one of my objectives here, is to make sure my girl here has enough tokens to buy all of the steeds that are available. Keep in mind that often what they do is when they add a steed, the one that's been around the longest falls off the list and becomes only available for mithril coins. So if you are in a situation where you only have enough to buy 1 or 2 steeds, try to get the oldest ones first, because then the following year, hopefully the one that was new this year will still be available will still be available. It will be for the festival tokens. So that way you don't miss out and end up having to spend mithril on something that you could have gotten for the thing. Yeah, nar. If you don't buy the jingly reindeer horsey, what are you even doing with your life? I did get that on one of my characters and I wrote it everywhere and she jingled everywhere and it kind of made me happy. So, Loshire Hobbit says, thanks for the stream. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you before. Now, Loshire, we are planning to be here next Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve. So if you are about, please do feel free to stop in. But if you have, obviously, if you have family plans and whatnot, I mean, absolutely don't, you don't need to, you know, tell your family you got plans to spend with hobbits unless you need an excuse, and then you're welcome to use us as an excuse, you know. You'll be at your dad's, so you'll have to see. Yeah, no, I understand. Sometimes it's nice to spend time with family, and sometimes it's nice to have an excuse to step away. So whatever works for you, we will be here, enjoying some more fun time in the snow. What did I say? Fun in the snow in Lotro. I posted over on the Blue Sky, so to try and let people know that we are here today. So, all right. Well, I will let you all go. Stick around for B4, who will be in just a moment to talk about Festival Buddy 2 and possibly other things. I'm not sure. We'll find out. I wonder, can you jump on these guys from here? Or do you just go right through? You go right through. Ah, that would have been cool. Had to try. All right. Yes, have a great time, everybody. I will see you next week. And stay safe if it's snowing, stay warm if it's cold, and stay close to that Hobbit side of your heart. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.